agent. I know I'm a lot different than a lot of probably booking agents that are out there. And I'm very involved with your release content, your how, setting up the production timeline physically for the next physical year, as well as your budgets and what you want to accomplish. So I'm helping you do that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, you're the boss. If you say, I don't want to release content, I don't want to make content, well, then what good am I? So
yeah, what are you doing at that point, really? So as their manager, and I'm sure it's hard right now with what's going on, but I'm sure. So you're the one that gets them the shows, like you're the one that gets them the tours, and would that be accurate to say, like you're the one that gets them like these big venues?
Well, it's a team effort. It's just not one-sided. Yes, for the most part, I'm probably the one that attains the gigs for them, the paying gigs, so they can, perform in front of a live audience, or whether it be online. A lot of it's online stuff now. But if let's say they have a friend of a friend of a friend, you know how those goes.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, I got this dude, we toured together back in the day, or I got this friend, then I'll do a follow-up with that, and it looks a little bit more presentable, but at the same time, I always tell them, hey, you reach out first and bring me into the loop. So, and let me introduce myself, and then I'll hound them, and I'll do the follow-ups, and I'll do all the annoying things that it takes to make something happen, so the band can go back to doing what they do best.
Make
music.
That's right.
That's it.
I like that. What do you know about, is it Vital Signs?
Vital Signs, yes. So Vital Signs is out of Denver. They're one of my newer acts. They've been a band for a little bit over a year. They had a little bit of a lineup change. They just released their new song today, Coda. But I didn't know if we were going to have it ready by then, with all the stuff that's going on, and a video to soon follow. But I sent you Phantom Limbs. This song is what got me. Of course, I'm very partial to metalcore, but these guys have a similar Slaves, Issues type sound, a very poppier sound. The lead singer has a very wide vocal range that we're still working on. We're working on their image, stuff like that. They never really they haven't had a chance to tour because, thanks to COVID, much like a lot of other bands, including Jack's Diary from the past.
Yeah.
You get them, and then all of a sudden, oh, here we go. So we're waiting to tour for the next physical year if everything works out right. If not, we're working on their sound, trying to identify their sound. If you listen to their sound, you can hear you can pick up a lot of those subtle notes and a lot of those electronic stuff.
We're about to play them, but I do want to say before we do, I am very, very happy you reached out to me. I'm happy to know you and talk with you because of your wealth of knowledge in the industry. And I think it's important for other bands to hear this podcast and to understand what it takes to really make it to that next level, that next step, you want to do something. You're not just going to get discovered overnight. Not anymore, you're not.
No.
You used to be able to. Now you have to work at it, and you have to prove.
Well, and I'll say this in defense. It's not that you get discovered overnight. You get discovered, and a record label and a marketing team are pushing you out there. So that's how you're getting discovered. Someone's pumping money into your project to push you out there to the universe so people can listen. And because there's so many bands out there.
There's a lot
of bands out there.
And there's a lot of good ones.
I just went through a Reverb Nation opportunity, and shout out to Lou. I appreciate the opportunity, but I will never, ever do that again. There is a lot of music, and a lot of it's not for me. We'll put it that way. A lot of it needs some work, but and not everyone has the it quality, the star quality that people find entertaining. So you have to keep that in mind. You may be an introvert and quiet and don't want to talk about it, but when you get out there on the stage and when you meet people, they want to live past you or live through you. And if you're just, I think I saw it through like a Lemmy post. It's like dress like a rock star, act like a rock star. That doesn't mean do cocaine and blow and fucking fuck hookers all night kind of thing and wreck hotel rooms. It just means be eccentric. Make people want to be you or listen to you or attracted to you.
I think the best way to do that is to be yourself and don't hide it. No, don't hide it.
Yeah.
Let's play this song right now. We got 25 minutes left. We got 3 songs to play. This is Vital Signs with their song Phantom Limbs. I'm excited to hear it. Let's rock it right now. Yeah, that's a really good song, man. They're all good.
Like I said, the lead singer has a voice, and we just need to find the right music that fits him. He can write, he can belt out those notes. So hopefully, it's going to take some time to build that trust. That's one of the biggest things between artist and management is you just can't come in there hot saying do this, do that, do those kind of things. because they're the boss. It's like if you went to your job and just tell them, I think you guys should do things this way. I'm pretty sure you're going to find yourself packing up your shit at the end of the day and probably exiting the building. So
when you are hiring other, because I went to your Facebook page a little bit today, when you are hiring other agents for your team, what do you look for in an agent, like someone who's wanting to maybe be a promoter, trying to get other bands for you to listen to? What do you look for as far as, like, do you look for their knowledge of the industry? What kind of style they like? Like, what does it take to work for you in that aspect?
Well, I'm looking for, obviously, the same kind of taste in music. We are a brand at the end of the day. But if you look at my roster personally, I go anywhere from the pop music all the way to the heavy stuff. I look for good music. I look for good branding on the artist's behalf. So when an agent, promoter wants to become an agent, the number one thing he's got to have is tour history experience. He's got to have built-in relationships in the regions he's wanting to book. He or she is wanting to book.
Right.
Because we do have a female, Millie. She's Russian-born. She's actually Jax's spouse, his wife. She books all the Ukraine and Russia and Malaysia and Southeast Asia tours. Because she can speak the language and she's been doing it for so long. So she's his booking agent when it comes to the Russian side of booking. So I'm looking for someone that has tour history experience, built-in relationships, because that's going to tell me what kind of work they have done and what kind of work that they can do. Booking's not it's not a hard job at all. Anybody can do it. I'm a monkey myself, I'm Neanderthal dragging my knuckles across the floor. The biggest thing is the follow-ups and the relationships that I build with the promoters. And shout out to promoters, they're golden. Venue owners, talent buyers, promoters. Without these guys, we can't do our job. But without the bands, they can't have a venue or anything. So it's all catch-22. We all have to coexist with each other.
I think what you're doing is amazing. Like, seriously, and you're the first agency I've talked to, and I'm sure other agencies have very similar. I don't know if it's a similar style of the way they do things, because you might do it differently, but I'm sure they have similar stories. I want to ask you, we don't have a whole lot of time left. We got two bands, about 17 minutes. I do want to ask, if you can, shortly, what places have you been as an agency or even working for other agencies? Like, have you gone on tours and got like the backstage, like, just the whole idea of what it's like being backstage, like at maybe Vans Warped Tour, Ozfest, or one of those bigger places?
Yeah, I have way too many of those stories. Like I said, I've been working this industry for 20 plus years, independent. I've worked for a couple record labels on the marketing side of the house. I've been assistants in record labels. Recently, I just left Stage Call, a trucking company, a production company, not too long ago. So it was that, we were on these big arena tours and stuff like that. So I see the production side of the house as well. I have way too many stories, and we don't have enough time for that. But Vans Warped Tour, I've been on tour with the bands on Vans Warped Tour as their tour manager. It's one of those things where there's a lot of moving parts to the industry when it comes to the production side of the house, and bands got to understand that. I always say, number one, kiss your sound guy's ass at the beginning and end of the night. Even if they did a horrible job, tell them they did great.
Well, one day,
your shit and get in the van.
one day, I'm going to be right there with you on a tour, and we're going to be rocking the stages together. I'll have my podcast equipment going, and you'll be managing the bands, and we're going to have a lot of fun, drink some beers, and we're too old to party too hard, But we'll still party a little bit.
We'll have enough. We'll have enough to have a good time. That's for sure.
Enough to not get our